Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Welcome back to Season 4 of our Subscribers Game Tournament as we continue here in Round 3. And in our second match between Dongala Zero or Simply Zero and Big Boy Roy, they have swapped sides as Simply Zero will now be attacking for his tournament life and Big Boy Roy will be defending for this one. Now let's first take a look at their pick and ban phase. So starting out with Simply Zero this time as he's the attacker. He's going to be banning Mu Lu, Meng Huo, and Yuan Shao. In response, Big Boy Roy has banned Cao Ren, Tai Shici, and Liu Chong. So the interesting thing here is that we have the same two elephant bans by Simply Zero in Mu Lu and Meng Huo. And for Big Boy Roy's side, he has favored banning out generals with infinitely used abilities, which makes sense for a defender, since you don't want your enemy to have Cao Ren sitting outside and healing and coming out, attack you for a little bit, and then going back outside and healing. And for Liu Chong, comes in here, shoots at you with Show of Force, go hide, and then when the cooldown's gone, come back, shoots you with more Show of Force. So taking those infinite use abilities away will definitely help, and then Tai Shici being taken away for Hail of Arrows, I assume. And lastly, Simply Zero changed up his bans a little bit by banning out Yuan Shao, who he didn't ban last time, but was banned by Big Boy Roy. I guess he's worried that Big Boy Roy changed his bans for this match and might go for Yuan Shao for himself, so definitely don't want to deal with that distant courage as he will be banned here. And for the first picks, we have sort of a steal as Simply Zero is taking away Sun Jian, who was used by Big Boy Roy when Big Boy Roy was on the offensive. Once again, very good Sentinel with the Flame of the Phoenix ability and Impetuous Charge, fits the attacking comp perfectly. And then for the defending comp, we have Liu Zhang. So this is the ceasefire composition where you're just going to freeze the enemy outside for 1 whole minute, and they do get damage resistance, but even with damage resistance, it's 50% damage resistance, they will still take damage. So if you freeze the enemy approaching infantry to your gates, you give your towers more time to kill. Even at half damage, towers hurt incredibly much, and they sit there in the open for a minute. You definitely could do a lot for them. And they have good unit access on Liu Zhang as well. You have the Dongzhou Bing, which is a hybrid unit with spear being their primary weapon, and they have a backup bow that they can use. So very good choice here, and we'll see how Simply Zero will respond to this pick. But first, the next phase of bans as Lu Bu is taken out by Big Boy Roy. Since he's going to be massing spear infantry, he doesn't want to deal with the unbreakable general who is going to do massive damage, doesn't want to immobilize counter. So I guess if he immobilizes, he doesn't want a very powerful Lu Bu to come out and start killing the generals that are stuck there, because Liu Zhang himself has to be in the middle of the action when he uses it. And usually the strategy involves having a powerful general come up to kill the enemy generals who are stuck with you. So taking away Lu Bu here makes perfect sense. Doesn't want to get picked against his comp and have the ceasefire work towards Simply Zero's advantage. On Simply Zero's side, he's banning Guan Yu again. He seems to have a personal issue with Guan Yu. He banned him in the last game in this round as well. And then we have Big Boy Roy taking his second generals here, and he has picked Huang Gai. Okay, so this is actually super exciting. Huang Gai has the firebomb. You obviously don't really want to use this inside the city as a defender, but in combination with Liu Zhang here, it's a little bit different. If you can get an enemy cluster of unit and then you ceasefire them, they can't move. You throw your firebomb out and you have a good cluster, you can burn all of them, even through the damage resistance. So we'll see if we have some really good firebomb action. Now, perhaps they would want to wait till the enemy are inside the city, because then they're stuck in the narrow streets, and that's where you get cluster. Even if you burn part of your town and you cause some settlement damage for morale hits, it's still worth it. On Simply Zero's side, we're going with another Sentinel, Unbreakable, in Xu Huang. And pretty much a duplicate of Sun Jian, a little bit different abilities, definitely a little different weapon, but very similar general. And we'll see what the last bans are here, as we'll have Guojia being banned by Simply Zero. Well, his last pick be Yan Baihu, right? Why do you take a Vision General out right here? Perhaps to fake that out, because there's more than one Vision General. So you can maybe say, hey, I'm banning a Vision strategist here. I'm picking Yanbaihu as my final pick. Maybe you should pick a strategist for your final general and trick you into doing that, and then you don't pick Yanbaihu and you end up with a general superiority in terms of fighting because you force the enemy to pick a strategist. For Big Boy Roy, he doesn't want Sima Yi to shut down his active ability play here with the ceasefire and the firebomb, so taking away Sima Yi and Whitewater makes perfect sense. And we'll see the final blind pick, and we have He Yi for Simply Zero. So it's going to be an infantry heavy comp. I'm a little troubled by this because what we see here basically is He Yi with all the melee evasion buff, probably Qingzhou infantry on Xu Huang, probably Tiger Guard as the unit to tank enemy arrows for Sun Jian, but I don't think they get formations if you don't have a strategist here in the army. So how will this army comp approach walls? Do they just rush up there and try to climb? Even with all the buff, it feels very difficult to do this as attacker. You have really no tools to scale the walls here efficiently, at least. And then for Big Boy Roy, I think he did get faked out, seeing Guojia being banned. Went with the Vision General in Zhou Yu, who has the Unbreakable. I think he's worried about Yanbaihu. So he did get a little bit of mind game here, but he did get mind gamed by picking Zhou Yu. So the generals are definitely weaker for Big Boy Roy. We have a commander, we have a vanguard who's not unbreakable, and then the one unbreakable general is actually the strategist. The total health on the generals are super low. We have 25k on the commander, 25k on the vanguard, and only 20k on the strategist. I believe Joey doesn't get the double health because we took it away in the mod. There's a balancing mod that's being used for the tournament. And on the other side, it's 40k, 40k. He Yi's health is not that high, but still, he's all about providing evasion. But massing infantry against a firebomb that you know is coming is just simply very dangerous. I don't really agree with the choice here, but maybe he already has this comp, in mind. And by the, Huang Gai pick, which technically was the third general picked, maybe you can still kind of, turn away from your plan beforehand. But I guess we're just going with the infantry, and we'll see how this plays out on the battlefield. And we'll see if there's any surprises in terms of unit selection. Now, when we look at the units starting with Big Boy Roy for the defense, Liu Zhang has those Dongzhou Bing plus 1 Protector of Heaven, so even a premium spear infantry at the end there. And then on Huang Gai, we get the Handmade Guard to provide damage resistance for the general. This is very smart with Ceasefire. Basically, you run in there, give everyone 50% resistance, but on your side, your generals actually have 75% resistance because there's a Handmade Guard with you. The 2 Raider Calves will probably be floating out there early on to harass any vulnerable range unit. If the enemy is trying to shoot your towers, you can suicide these cheap cavalry to take out their fire archers, which is definitely very useful in a trade-off. Now, Zhou Yu's pick is weird because you're the defending side, and he's just actually gone ahead with the crossbows and one of the Defender of Earth. So I guess you can shoot that into the enemy cluster of infantry, which definitely will hurt. So I guess they will be deployed on the walls, but to figure out which side the enemy will be deployed on this map with lots of trees is definitely a difficult task. Then looking at Simply Zero side, we have the Handmade Guard on Sun Jian to provide that same damage resistance. Both sides have gone with the same strategy. Then looking at Xu Huang, I'm surprised we don't see a massive Qingzhou unit. He decided to go with more premium options in the Protector, which will pay off if they don't get burned, right? The burn damage, if hit, it's the same for a premium unit versus a lower tier unit. They have the same per entity health, so they burn all the same. Going with more premium here means if they do get hit with a cluster firebomb, they will lose a lot more funding, basically. And then on He Yi, we have the Unbreakable Youxia, which is definitely a good choice for this map, but there's no turtle formation here. There's no fire arrows here. I actually don't know how Simply Zero is going to win as a siege attacker with this comp. Like, how would he enter the city? And then once he enter, how would he get through those towers? There's just no way in my mind that he can win this match with this setup, but maybe something magical will happen, and we'll see. So let's hop into battle here. Now, as we hop into deployment here, there is the interesting factor that Zhou Yu has the vision ability, so he can actually see where you're hiding in the forest. So while there was a move at the end there by Simply Zero to kind of fake out a Yanbaihu pick, in the end he went with He Yi, but it did actually cause Joey to be selected. And while he doesn't have the double health after the rebalancing mod, he still has the vision game, and this is why they're all deployed correctly on this side. And if we hop into the actual setup here, so they're no longer hidden, they're basically visible. We have the trebuchet, we have the crossbow, we have all the crossbowmen who actually can find their target. I was worried about them not being able to see, but with Zhou they actually would see. And then we have even the Defender of Earth, which actually can easily burn siege engines. So if this siege tower gets close, 1 or 2 volleys, the whole thing burns down and becomes useless. There is a couple units on the side. They think they're being sneaky, but they're up against Zhou who sees everything. I don't know what this intends to do here. Yes, they don't have turtle. They do have the shield wall. He puts it at 90%. I mean, it's good range block chance, but it's still gonna get hit. Are they just gonna climb and try to sneak off this side with one guy? I don't know what they can do with that. 2 generals in the back just in case anything sneaky happens, but they can easily get here pretty quickly, and everyone's just defending against this main group. Let's see how simply Zero's army can actually get to the wall even. Maybe we'll see some fireballs coming very soon. See if they do any manual firing or selecting here. Nope. This is a better target. They're trying to hit this, but 10%. They don't need to hit that. They should hit the units. If this gets close, this just burns it. Oh, they're doing the rotation. They're gonna switch sides. Okay. I mean, they can just match. I mean, at least they're, I mean, like, during the time that you move, you're still getting hit. It's not like you're avoiding them. Yeah, but they should be targeting these. They should not be targeting those. Okay, they see the Yosad, they're just gonna kill it. It is unbreakable, so it will take a while. You can see the tower's already hitting it. Maybe they... I wouldn't do this. The Raider Cav is gonna get killed here. It's not really worth it. Yeah, there's gonna be friendly fire for sure. And it's unbreakable, so it takes a while to kill. And we do have Flame of the Phoenix, so that does speed it up. Maybe just the generals. Okay, what are they doing to the other side? Just leave it. Let the tower finish it up. It's not going to climb up anymore. Yeah, just leave the one. Moving them back a little. Are they trying to sneak a capture point? Like, I don't think that's going to work either. They don't notice this. I mean, they're placing their units on this side. They're climbing. Dismounted. They're gonna be fatigued. I thought they were gonna hit the gate with the axe. Are they coming home? Yeah, they are. Oh, look at this pathing. This is not his pathing. This is auto pathing by the game. It's ridiculous. All right, they're in, but their units are so far. Even if they capture this gate, so what? Please tell me only one person. Okay, only one person climbed. Yeah, so Sun Jian's fatigued, getting hit by towers. Lost 6k health already. Another K here. Alright, they're back. Sun Jian's gonna go fetch his horse. Oh, but what can they do inside? What's the game now? He's lost 7k health. He's lost 8k health. Doing nothing. Just riding close to the wall. Yeah, these units are still here. What are they gonna do? Recapture it. Block him. Recapture it. It'll be so funny. Send a cavalry to recapture this. Oh my god, where's he going? He just got hit for more damage. And more damage. I mean, these towers are gonna hit him. A juke. 32k, 30k. Oh, he's in the middle of 4 towers. Oh my god. I am very confused. There's nothing going on over here. I mean, it's not like he never fought a siege attack battle before. Even on the campaign, like, what do you do with this army if you're against the basic garrison? You still have to... I guess their generals just go in and start slamming. But it's still super costly. Like, you wouldn't want to play like that. And he just fought on the other side of this battle. At least he kind of knows what he need to get in. He saw what they did to get in. I wouldn't even chase him. Let him walk to the towers. Why give him a fight? Towers are killing him for free. Like, do you trust Liu Zhang in killing Xu Huang? I don't trust that. And plus, when you get close to the towers would actually friendly fire too. I would just... He's dying. Just let him die. He stopped himself. He wasn't in range. He cease-fired himself. He's like, Serious Trivia told me to stop chasing. I'm gonna give myself a timeout. Crossbows. So he deployed them pretty packed, so there's units on both sides. What's he doing? No, I wouldn't. Just don't send anything. Is he gonna dismount and try to kill archers? Is that our play? Okay, he's gonna go up and try to kill crossbows. Okay, I mean, sure. Look, all the crossbows could be dead. And he's trying to waste crossbow ammo while getting shot by towers. All the crossbow could be dead and they still can't advance against this tower setup. Is the timeout over? Timeout's over. Okay. Let's dismount and go kill him. He's in the middle of a bunch of allied units who all have to... Like, there's going to be match combat going on between the units. Are they going to go up or are they just ignoring it? Alright, Big Boy Roy needs to be a little bit more decisive here. What is up with this? He's waiting for Liu Zhang? Bomb arrows here! Oh my god, manual control. He's just auto-firing. He's not even microing these guys. Why not just micro this? This is the one job that he has. Burn this. This is the 2 tower moments. Like, Legolas, take down that ladder. Or take down the guy with the bomb charging at your wall. Oh, we got 1 hit. Can we hit this? Fire arrow's hitting it. Can we get the bomb arrow? The bomb arrow is the one that can pass the fire really, really quickly. Oh my god, he's not doing it. It's gonna land. It's gonna land. I don't think he knows how this works. Okay, so they are gonna land. This should never happen. Well, crossbow, you're screwed. Here comes the protectors. Well, these are Donald Bing, but they're still screwed. And Xu Huang has come to help. Liu Zhang somehow is the bravest guy. Oh, he's hitting him. Okay, we got the slam. Oh, now we got match combat between the two of them. Well, I favor Xu Huang here. Not if he keeps running. We're just getting a massive scale. But these guys aren't even coming up. Crossbow should be down here now. Everyone else to the wall. Oh my god, we got dismounted handmade guard. What is going on here between this fight? I mean, wouldn't the handmade guard be better on horseback, riding alongside the wall, giving the AoE and debuff, and when he's capturing like this, you go kill him? They're gonna have more capture weight. He's not gonna get this gate. He's dead. He's providing debuffs. I mean, that was active by Zhou Yu. And Xu Huang's gone. Now just hold the gate. Let them climb the walls. Someone, you know, snuff this out. Where are they going? No. What? Why? Firebomb? I mean, okay. Can we do the firebomb and get back in? I mean, even Sun Jian's inside. We're outside on foot. Bomb arrows coming down. They're just trying to kill generals? Okay. We got one firebomb. It didn't kill much. Yeah, it didn't kill much. It's hit and miss, like I said. It's really hit and miss. The terrain matters, like if the fire spreads or not. Is Zhou Yu fighting? Yep, Zhou Yu's fighting Sun Jian. Might be my best friend's dad, but in this battle we're enemies. And my attack speed, there we go. Ceasefire. Timeout on both sides. You can move if you had attack command where you're engaged. Like this is just animation. It's not actually you moving. But see, Zhou Yu can't get him. But why ceasefire now? You like, what was the benefit of this ceasefire? I don't understand. I mean, it's a timeout. Everyone just get damage resistant. They're already engaged. They're already engaged. Why don't you ceasefire when they're approaching the wall? He eventually killed all the defender, and they're still on timeout for next 5 seconds. I can't believe he's just breaking all the rules. I mean, he has attack command basically. All right, it's over. They can't both move. Joey's like, I can't beat him. You can't kill me. I'm your son's best friend. Alright, He has routed. I mean, it's army loss time with the ratio of the losses here. Yossi has unbreakable, but they will be slowly killed off here. Get up, Joey. Get up. Get up. No, he's dead. Alright, but Sun Jian's slow. One guy's like, I work for Cao Cao now. Can't chase him. Getting distracted by the Yossi. Got poked in the back by a Dongzhou Bing. Huang guy's like, I couldn't do it, but the Dongzhou Bing will. Well, now it's just a slam on the Yossi. Huang guy has a lot of AoE abilities. The firebomb didn't do much, but now the Flame of the Phoenix will finish the rest of the match here. I mean, this match was just all over the place. I still don't know how Simply Zero wanted to win this match. I just don't see it. There was a ton of misuse on Ceasefire. I think Big Boy Roy had some ideas of his comp, but he's lacking execution like across the board. The last few years, yeah. They're like fighting here, getting shot in the back. Oh, here comes a firebomb. Really? In the middle of... Yeah, it's not much damage when the fire doesn't spread. You need trees. It worked really well in our round 2 with the terrain favoring fire damage. Here's like, yeah, explodes, kill like 2 guys. Nothing big. Go out there and flame the Phoenix them. Go flame the Phoenix. Yo, John's like, no, I'm the brave one. I'm gonna cease fire for no reason. Everyone time out. Peace, not war. Wait, what? He was fine. He was going through a door. Let him go through the door. Out of the way. Big AoE. I think he knocked over his own banner. The Leo banner being knocked down. Ooh, Flame Phoenix. There we go. And there's a couple more on that side. Just kill them. Last guy right here. That's it? Right? Yep, that's it. Well, like I said, Simply Zero's comp just does not look like a siege attacking comp at all. Like, there's no way they can get into the city. And his little tricky move that he did with the ban of Guojia, which I thought was super smart, actually ended up backfiring because while Big Boy Roy fell for it and picked Zhou Yu, he went, heavy range with full vision and knew exactly where you're deployed and put all the units there to stop you. It actually should have looked so much worse. If Big Boy Roy actually executed his comp, it would have been just extremely one-sided. Because all you need to do is you don't chase the guys who's running outside of your walls. Once you see them climb, then you respawn. You just circle, you just follow them on the inside of the walls. And then wherever they want to climb, you actually discourage them from climbing because they see you're following them. So just have Liu Zhang literally chase around. That one unit of Youxia that they killed outside, they didn't need to do that. Just track where the generals are and just follow the generals, and there will be no chance of losing any of the gates. If the enemy general approaches the wall and start looking like they're going to climb, Liu Zhang walks up to the wall and says ceasefire. They're on timeout. Your towers are still going to shoot them during that whole minute, and they're just going to be crippled. And then if they come in, you dismount 3 generals versus 1 or 2, and if they're fatigued from climbing, you just kill them. And for the other units, you just make sure the oil arrow kills the ram and the siege tower, and there's no entry for the units. And that's it. And that's the entire game. But a lot of mess ups on that regard. When Huang Gai went outside and with Liu Zhang, I thought they were going to do a ceasefire, freeze the units before they climb, and then maybe a firebomb. We eventually saw the firebomb, but if you want to do the firebomb and be effective on this map, you probably have to do it against the enemy in the forest. So probably like a guerrilla deployment out, because you see where they are, and then just go throw it at the enemy as they come out of the forest, and then pull him back afterwards. It's probably not worth it. But overall, still a pretty easy victory for Big Boy Roy, and he's going to take both wins on both sides of this matchup and advance to top 4. So he's going to make the semifinal, and unfortunately for Simply Zero, this is the end of the tournament for him. Now we'll have 2 more match, not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. It's going to be every other day for the rest of the tournament. Pretty much 2 matches per day until we get to the finals. So hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!